Yes, yes, yes. It's Raphie Dawkins with the Combat Radio. Where's the music? Where's the music at? Let's get this going. Let's get this crunk. Let's get this crunk. Where's the volume? Okay. Yes, yes, yes. It's Raphie Dawkins with the Combat Radio. And we are live. Are we live? Did I get the ping? I forgot. Did we get the ping? I forgot. Okay. That's what we're doing. Okay, let's stop sharing that. Let's get rid of, hold on. As a matter of fact, rat-tat-tat-tat, let's do the sound check. You must have forgot. Y'all must have forgot. Okay. Let's kill the music for a second. Let's get into the sound check. Music. Boom. For a second. Let's get into the bring the beats back. Music. Yeah, that's good actually. That's good. That's good. Bring the beats back. Bring the beats back. What we got here? Yeah, that's good. That's good, yeah. That's good, yeah. Okay. What's going on? Let's line this thing up. What's going on over here? 2, 4, 6, 8. That's good, yeah. That's good. That's good. Okay. So where do we begin? Let's have a look. What's the rule saying? What's the rule saying? I'm going with Usyk, but so many people are writing off AJ, and it's disrespectful. That's my northern voice. That's the rule over there in the States. And the Leon figure says, we are live. Yes. Okay. All right. So what's going on? I'm going with Usyk. So many people are writing off AJ, and it's disrespectful. Hey. What I'm saying to that is I have Usyk as the favorite, but excuse me. Let me take a sip of water and let me clear my throat. All right, water on deck. Well, it's going to be real interesting. What time's the fight? The fight is starting at 11 p.m. UK time. We're talking about Joshua Usyk. 11 p.m. UK time. What's that? That's like about 6. That's like about 5 p.m. That's 5 p.m. Eastern time. That's USA. And like about 3 p.m. Pacific time. Pacific USA. Yes. Philip Carl Roberts up in the building. Let's get the banner up. The day of reckoning. Usyk, Joshua 2. The day of, I'm naming it the day of reckoning. The day of reckoning. Not techning, reckoning. Day of reckoning this weekend. All right. Let's do that scroller. Let's do the scrolling. Let's scroll along. Usyk, Joshua 2. What? V? With the double E? Now let's edit that, shall we? The day of reckoning. Create the banner and let's go. Let's scroll. Okay. D Benders up in the building. Good to see you up in here. Let's have a look. Okay. So, how rude of me. Let's drop the link in the chat. Okay. Joshua hurt Usyk to the body. Took everything Usyk had and was still standing. Only 2 rounds down on the judges' scorecards. Joshua winning is not an impossible task. I too have Joshua winning 3-time. OMG, very optimistic words from the Leon figures. Let's have a look here. What we got going on? This is my northern voice. Okay. So, what window is that? Please out to the chat. Enjoy the weekend of fights. Absolutely. Good of you to drop on Inru, and I'm sure you smashed that like button. Good stuff. Okay. Seems we know what the people want to talk about. Let's share this thing up here. Okay. You should be seeing that. That's the thumbnail. Okay, where do we begin? Do we stay on that tact, or do we have a little chat about Lopez? Do we have a little talk about Lopez? I think Usyk has bulked up to add power for the knockout. Needs to take it out of the judges' hands to secure the victory. Well, yeah, check this out, though. Because I'm not even sure that Usyk has bulked up, because it's a yin-yang affair. If you bulk up, if you put weight on, then you lose. Then you potentially lose in the cardio department. So can Usyk afford to lose in the cardio department? Because if he loses in the cardio department, then he puts himself subject to greater levels of fatigue, especially. I think the cat's out of the bag. Anthony Joshua will be going to that body. He will be going to that body of Alexander Usyk from the Ukraine. And so I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure that Usyk really has bulked up. What happens if we get to the day of the fight, they get in the ring, and it turns out Usyk has not bulked up? Hey, it's interesting. Maybe he has, but I'm saying he ain't. I'm saying it ain't. Look at Andreas the Punch Ruiz. Look at how many times we thought that he was one way or the other way. He lost weight, then he comes in fat. We thought he was fat, then he looks like he's lost weight. It's very interesting. It's an interesting scenario, is it not? Okay. So where are we? Before we get into more details of the weekend coming, we've got to make sure that our brains are right. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look at what's going on. Int. Well, if you stop sharing that, and we start sharing this. Okay, you got on your screen. Let's have a look. Let's bring that a bit more central, shall we? What have I done? What have you done, Raphie? What have you done? Okay. What's going on? Okay. Okay. Where are we? Yeah, that was just a quick delivery. Getting onto this. Okay, we've got to warm our brains up. At the start of the show. Okay, so this is the brain warmer. This is the brain warmer for the start of the show. Okay, IQ test. Sam said, if yesterday was tomorrow, today would be Friday. When did Sam speak? I repeat, Sam said, this is the brain warmer. This is the brain warmer for the Raphie Dawkins Combat Radio. Sam said, if yesterday was, what's that? Looking like that. Sam said, if yesterday was tomorrow, today would be Friday. When did Sam speak? This is the brain warmer. This is the brain warmer. This is the brain warmer. I had a look at it earlier on. Now I'm going to have a look at it again. Okay. If yesterday, okay, let me do this. I've figured out how to do it, actually. I figured out how to work it out with pen and pad. Okay. James Jameson up in the building. Aaron Daly up in the building. Anyway, here's the brain tester. If yesterday was tomorrow, today would be Friday. Sam, when did Sam speak? Okay. So if yesterday was tomorrow, today would be Friday. If yesterday was tomorrow, yesterday was tomorrow, today would be Friday. I've got it. I've got it. Yes, yes, yes. Come on, folks. Come on. When you figure it out, write the answer. Write the answer in the comment section. It's the brain warmer for the Raphie Dawkins Combat Radio. Write your answers in the comment section. Pretty sure I got it. Pretty sure I got it. Let's go. If yesterday was tomorrow, today would be Friday. Let's go. Write your answers in the comment section. Okay. I'm going to leave that one. People are a bit bamboozled. People don't want to embarrass themselves by putting up the wrong. People don't want to embarrass themselves by putting up the wrong answer. Seems that people don't want to play. People don't want to play. Wrong brain is engaged. Okay. I'm going to let people answer that one at their leisure. Philip Carl Roberts reckons it's Saturday. It very well may be. That's not the answer that I got. That's not the answer that I got. But I'm not going to say yay or nay. I'm pretty sure I know. But that's the warming. People can answer in the comment section or later on in the permanent section. How can yesterday be tomorrow? Well, it says if yesterday was tomorrow. If yesterday was tomorrow, well, it couldn't be Friday, my friend. It couldn't be Friday because today would be Friday. Yeah, no. Well, I can't say yes or no. I can't say yes or no, but I can say no. Come on. There's more people up in here. I just realized I got to go in the back room. Gotta go in the back room and adjust something real smooth like. The YouTube's back room. Hold on. I'm right here. Let's have a look at this. I know what I got to do. What's this here? Okay. Yeah. Save that. Nope. On. Okay. Boom. Okay. I think we're good. Save that. Save that. Come back. Nice and sweetly. Boom. 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 Okay. Everything appears to be in order. What we got here? Just noticed. Oh, it's Friday. Oh. If yesterday was tomorrow, today would be Friday. When did Sam speak? If yesterday was tomorrow, today would be Friday. When did Sam speak? Okay. If yesterday was okay. Yesterday, tomorrow. When did Sam speak? Okay. People are getting their answers in. I'm going to put the answer. I'm going to tell you the answer at the end of the show. I'm going to tell you what I came up with. Okay. Hey, it might be Friday. I've just noticed something myself. And if it is Friday, I think the Benders won that competition. I'll let you know for sure at the end of the show. Okay. Cal L up in the building. Let's get crack-a-lacking with the thing. Okay. Link pinned in the chat. All right. Okay. Cool. Answer now, Raphie. Has to be. Where's the suspense in that? Come on now. Okay. So let me kill the music just for a second. The brain just got temporarily fried. What's going on here? Oh, somebody liked the link, like the post. Thank you very much. Okay, where do we start? Where do we begin with this thing? We've already gone somewhat in, but let's hold on. What happens if I kill that? What happens if I kill that and go there? Okay, so let us continue. The answer may very well be in the question. Okay, let's bring the music back. Okay, let's have a look at what's going on. Billing. Okay, let's have a look at the undercard, shall we? Let's have a look at the undercard. So let's stop sharing that. Start sharing this. Share. How's it looking? Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. Okay. So, what's the undercard looking like? Okay, let's forget all that gunk. Let's go straight to the initially meant to meet. What we're looking at. Current September. Okay, so Let's have a look at that. Wizard sleeves. Wizard sleeves up in the building. Who's that lovely lass? She's what's her name? Asia Monterey. That's the name she goes by. She's actually the daughter of bodybuilder Sean Ray. He was in the era. What was it? The 80s, era or the 90s era. He was in the era of Dorian Yates, Phil Leverone, NASA. What was that guy's name from Egypt? Yeah, I forgot his name. NASA something. Who else? Bunch of them cats. She's the daughter of Sean Ray. But let's get into this thing. Looking forward to seeing. Let's get into this. Okay, so prior to the main event, Croatian contender Filip Hrgović will face China's unbeaten Zhilei Zhang. Okay, can you see this on your screen? Yeah, a little bit. Okay, so the showdown is set to be the final eliminator to determine the IBF's next mandatory, though WBA are expected to be first in line. Okay. The pair were initially meant to fight on the undercard of Canelo Alvarez, Dimitri Bivol in May, but had to reschedule as Hrgovic's father passed away. Ring the bell for that one. Okay. All right. So what's going on here? What's going on? Okay. So the second final eliminator on the card sees Callum Smith versus Francis Mathieu Bordelic. That's Francis Mathieu Bordelic. The winner will become the WBC mandatory challenger at light heavyweight. So that is Mathieu Bordelic. Let's have a look. Yeah. Okay. So what else we got? What else we got on there? Yeah, Mathieu Bordelic, WBC mandatory at light heavyweight. Okay, so Team GB. Silver medalist Ben Whittaker is set for his second pro fight as he takes on Peter Usyk. Okay, also on the show is former Floyd Mayweather man Badou Jack, who will face Richard Rivera in a cruiserweight bout. Okay, so Badou Jack was doing some stuff over there in Saudi. I think under the with MTK, or probably not. Well, but this is still in Saudi though. Yeah, okay. Badou Jack is American, so they can't buy him from America. I don't know. Probably his independent outfit. Okay. And speaking of Money Mayweather, what's this? Okay, whatever. Okay, so Anthony Joshua beat Zhang in the quarterfinals of the 2012 Olympics. Okay. Right, so that's the undercard. Filip Hrgović versus Zhilei Zhang. Callum Smith versus Mathieu Bordelic. Badou Jack. Richard Rivera. And then we got some lesser names there Dang, that's a long undercard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 fights on the undercard. OMG. Dang, that's a long thing. That's a long thing. Okay. Okay. So the undercard action set to begin from 6 p.m. UK time on a night, with the main event set to start at 10:50 p.m. UK time. Okay. Okay. So let's have a look. Let's have a look what's going on in the chat. The counter. Looking forward to seeing Tabiti at heavyweight against James the Beast Wilson. Is that on the undercard? Is that on the undercard? Oh yeah, there it is. Andrew Tabiti versus James Wilson. The counter appears to be a bit more polite than he was last week. Came in a bit cheeky last week, if memory serves me right. Okay, maybe he's had a change of heart. E equals MC squared, indeed. Fine band, yeah, not too bad. Couple of cats from the Clash. If I'm not mistaken. Who expects Hrgovic? I expect Hrgovic to win. Philip Hrgovic. Yeah, I expect Hrgovic to win. Hrgovic over Zhilei. I expect Callum Smith over Matthew Bordeleek. Matthew Bordeleek not exactly a household name. Badou Jack over Richard Riviera. Ben Whittaker over Peter Norsik. Norsik not being a household name. Neither is Ben Whittaker for that matter, but he did win a silver medal at the Olympics. So, you know, hey. Bordeleek has never fought outside of France. I have big hope for Whittaker. Yes, I think many of us do. Whittaker is most certainly a talent. Tone up in the building. Did you watch the last 2 fights? Yeah, that's all I'm watching, mate. Maybe three. What we got? No, 2. Badou Jack, no. Callum's, 3. I watched the Callum Smith. Versus Matthew Bordeleek. I think we go live for the Philip Hrgovic versus the Zhilei. And then the main event, Anthony Joshua versus Alexander Usyk. Yeah, may do the 3. Callum Smith, Philip Hrgovic, Joshua v. Usyk. Okay. Usually watch the last 2. Yeah, I normally watch the last 2. This time maybe we go 3. UGC Flame up in the building with good advice. He says smash that like button. Smash it. Okay. So where we at? I now have a reason. Okay. Big Jones from the Clash. Yes, indeed. I think there was 2 cats from the Clash, though, wasn't it? Was it just 1 cat from the Clash, or was it 2? Was it 1 cat from the Clash, or was it 2? Big Jones. Pretty sure there was another cat from the Clash. Jack looks shot to the counter. Wow. Really? Wow. Damn. Died young. Damn. Them cats had a lot to deal with fame at an early age. Them cats had a lot to deal with. Fame at an early age, it can really mess you up. R.I.P. Frederick Waite. Yeah, couldn't have been easy. Being thrust into the spotlight like that. Just Joe Strummer. Don Letts was also a member. Yeah, the dreadlock guy. Yeah. Big Roger Cook, slow feet but fast hands. Dang. Okay. So, what do? We're getting out of that. Let's stop sharing that. And move on. Okay. So, what other aspect are we talking about? What other angle are we talking about? I think we've talked about. Excuse me. I think we've talked about. Don't forget, Jack is now 38. He is indeed. I think we've talked about who we think's going to win before. We've talked about that multiple times. Actually, might as well put the link. Might as well do a poll. Where we at? Let's do a poll. Okay, who wins? Joshua. Usyk. It's YK. Joshua Usyk. Ask your community. So the poll is there. Where are we going? Where are we going now? Let me come out to that. Why have I got these two open? I've got two of the same thing. Oh yeah, I know why. Why don't we go into AJ? Why don't we go into Anthony Joshua? Why don't we go into Anthony Joshua? You seeing this? I have AJ. It's 50-50 fight. It's a 50-50 fight. Well, I think I'll go, well, it is kind of 50-50. I personally think it's 50-50. Many people I understandably have Usyk as a favorite. I mean, I edge it to Usyk. I think Usyk's the favorite. I give him 51% to 49% to Joshua. It's a tough one. I think Usyk. I give Usyk 51%. 51%. Give Joshua 49%. But it's a tough one. It's a tough one. Personally, I'm intrigued. Yeah, I'm intrigued. Picking. You know what? I just want to enjoy the fight. I just want to sit back. And enjoy the fight. Like I said, 51% to Usyk, 49 to Joshua. Would it please me to see Joshua bring the belts back to the UK? Of course it would. But am I hopeful that he can do so? I am optimistic. I am optimistic that he can do so, but I ain't putting no eggs in no basket. I ain't putting no eggs in no basket. You're just going to have to see how it plays out. We're just going to have to see, man. Of course, we're going to be covering it over here at the Raphie Dawkins Combat Radio. We're going to be covering it over here. We're going to start at what? Maybe 10 p.m. Between 10 p.m. and 10:30 p.m. on Saturday coming. That's when we're going to start the show. Okay, all depends on the strategy. Might change our mind. Dr. Woodock up in the building. All comes down to strategy. Okay. So there you go. Oh damn! Didn't I have a couple of topics that I saved? I think I did. Okay. Okay. So let me have a look at those. Now that I remember, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Where are we? There we go. Okay. Damn, it's the mail. World of pop-ups. Okay, let's see if we can get through this without too much pop-ups popping up. Broner's pulled out of the Figueroa fight. Indeed, he has. Mental health. Broner's pulled out of the Figueroa fight, citing mental health issues. But for once, if one fighter can genuinely cite mental health issues, then I think it's Broner. If one fighter can genuinely cite mental health issues, I think it's Broner. For sure. 10:30. Well, yeah. Between 10 and 10:30. What was I looking for? Yeah, I found it. Okay. Let's stop sharing that and start sharing this. Okay, so Ukraine's President Zelensky tells Alexander Usyk to show their homeland is the country of serious, strong, and motivated people ahead of his crunch rematch with Anthony Joshua this week, not next week. It's this week. The time is upon us. Okay, so Alexander received a message of support from the Ukraine president. The heavyweight was told to show Ukraine is the country of strong people. See that pop up there blocking the thing. Usyk's promoter confirmed that the boxer will return to Ukraine after the fight. Where else will he go? Okay. Okay. Usyk apparently is feeling like a monster. He will return to the Ukraine after Saturday's rematch in Saudi Arabia. Until then, he will answer the call of duty from afar in the ring where Joshua is coming for the belts. He lost to him. And on TV, Usyk will be funding the war effort with every round. So says the article. Okay. As the Ukraine president. Oh. Okay. Champion secured the broadcasting rights back home, meaning the fight will be shown free of charge on state-owned TV and on Usyk's YouTube channel. Okay. Let's get out of that. Stop sharing. What's going on? Don't believe the mental health claim. Well, the guy's clearly mental. It's clearly mental. He said he pulled out if other opportunities arose. Well, I don't know. Have other opportunities arose? I don't know. What opportunities has he got? I don't know. This guy has the time to focus on a boxing match. Billionaire Zelensky. Is Zelensky a billionaire? Is he? That's interesting. He has the time for boxing matches, Hollywood stars, Glastonbury, etc. I suggest you download an ad blocker extension for Chrome. I think I tried to do that one time. Might try again. Guess what? We protect other countries, we don't protect our own. Oh, dang. Well, that's a deep one. Okay. Zelensky, do I come out to that? Just come out to that. Okay. Tyson Fury says he's giving up, he's relinquishing. Let's get on to some other news. Tyson Fury says he's vacating. Tyson Fury vacates his. Hold on, am I sharing or am I not? I am not. Let's share this. Boom. Okay, Tyson Fury vacates his Ring Magazine heavyweight title after confirming his retirement from boxing for a second, third, fourth time, with the illustrious belt up for grabs in the Anthony Joshua versus Alexander Usyk Saudi rematch next week. Fury announced his retirement from boxing earlier this week. 34-year-old. Hold on, what's going on there? The 34-year-old held both the WBC Ring Magazine heavyweight titles. He vacated. What's going on? He vacated the ring belt, but has kept his other world title for the time being. Mad nutter. The Ring Magazine belt will be on the line in the Anthony Joshua versus Alexander Usyk fight. Okay, well, that's interesting. But he still kept a hold of the WBC belt. So relinquishing the Ring Magazine belt is not giving up the heavyweight title. That's another red herring. But I do appreciate the fact, evidently, that the Ring Magazine belt will be up for grabs. Zelensky has billions in Panama. That's interesting. Billions. Did you say billions? That's interesting. Using mental health as a false excuse is scumbaggery. It's low to even suggest you don't believe them. But I don't believe Broner. I don't believe Broner. I have no idea. I chose not to believe his excuses for pulling out. Chisora said he fight Wilder. I can see the path to that actually happening. Damn. Chisora v. Wilder. Can Fury travel to Jeddah? I think he can travel to Jeddah. Just can't travel to the United States. Hundreds of millions. Damn. Damn. His pocket is aligned. Okay. So as for this Tyson Fury thing, he's a WBC champion. If he wants to relinquish the belt, that's the belt he needs to relinquish. It's generous of him to free up the ring, making it available to Joshua and Usyk for the Joshua Usyk fight. I think that's a nice gesture. But really, he needs to, if he wants to relinquish the heavyweight championship title, he needs to relinquish the WBC belt, which he won off Deontay Wilder. Wilder will fight Ortiz, and that would be terrible. WBC have now given Fury 2 weeks to formally retire. After 2 weeks, WBC they'll address the title status. Well, they had a meeting with him prior to this. Should have done this before, but he must have bought some more time. He said, "Nah, I'm not serious" or whatever. Should have bought more time. Should have bought more time. Should have bought more time. What do I mean? What am I saying? No, he bought more time. He bought more time previously, but now, if the WBC going again, then fine. But hopefully they're a little bit firmer than they were the last time. Wilder would fight Kawanaki. That's the fight I wanted him to have, Kawanaki. And then look what Kawanaki turned out to be. Just nothing but a Polish sausage. Nothing but a Polish sausage. Fury will fight Wallin, I think, especially since Fury should have been stopped. Well, I've been calling for him to fight Wallin, but he don't show no inclination to fight Wallin. I'd watch Fury v. Wallin. I've been calling for that, but Fury has shown no inclination to fight Wallin. That's the fight. If he wants to fight a reheat, that's the reheat he should have had, since he should have lost to Wallin on cuts. That's my stance on the matter. Hold on a second. Let me have a look at something. That's funny. Okay. So what's going on in the poll? Let's have a look. Okay. So it looks like what? It looks like 2/3. 2/3 people. 2 out of every 3 people think that Usyk is going to win. 2 out of every 3 people think that Usyk is going to win. 1 out of every 3 thinks Joshua is going to win. Actually, it's a bit less than that. But anyway, that's the way it's looking. Okay, what else? What else we got? Let's cover these things in the chat before we move on. Wilder v. Sanchez for the Lakin WBC belt makes sense, as Joyce v. Parker are busy. Yeah, Wilder ain't fighting Sanchez. I don't think many people want to fight Sanchez after seeing it. No, not many people want Sanchez. Amara Woods up in the building. I think people, doing good. I hope you're well, Amara. Okay. I think people really want AJ to lose more than them just picking up Usyk. Yeah, there's a faction. There's a faction of them people. There's a faction. Will the Joyce Barker fight be pulled if Joyce can secure the winner? Nah, it's too deep. It's too deep now. Just to be made, contracts have been signed. It's too deep. It's too deep. Listen, Joseph Parker going to shake up the world. How's he going to shake up the world? How's he going to do that? Little Joe Tickle. Little Joe Tickle. Damn. I was just about to close the show out when the fight doctor came in. As a matter of fact, rat-tat-tat-tat, let him introduce himself. Come on in. Introduce yourself, my friend.
Fight doctor's in the house on Rick James status as always. Good evening, Mr. Dawkins.
Mr. Dawkins, how you doing, fight doctor? How you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. Doing well.
Marveloso.
So please forgive my tardiness.
No problem. No, you came in. At least you came in. So it's good to have you. I was just about to close the show down. I was contemplating. I was thinking about it. I was saying, just go a few more minutes, Raphie. Give him a few more minutes. And then in came the fight doctor. Fight doctor, talk to the people. Tell them how you feel.
I feel like this weekend, I think this weekend will be very important as far as what happens in the next chapter of the heavyweight division. I don't know that it's going to bring us any closer to clarity in the heavyweight division. I mean, just as when we thought that perhaps, the situation would get cleared up, Tyson Fury throws a whole monkey wrench in the program. So, if Tyson Fury is to be considered retired, then my question is, how should we view, what's the proper context to put Usyk Joshua the rematch? What context is that fight should be, how should we consider that fight? Is this a fight between the number one and number two? In that case, given Tyson Fury is to be considered retired, then, is the winner of this fight considered the heavyweight champion?
Well, it would have been nice if Tyson Fury is retired. It would be nice if he just vacate the WBC belt. With Tyson Fury not vacating the WBC belt, I find it difficult to say that he's retired.
Yeah, see, that's the other problem, okay, is that Fury hasn't vacated the WBC title. So can we really consider a fighter who's still champion, in the WBC, can we really consider him retired, if he hasn't vacated?
No, not to me. I cannot consider Tyson Fury retired since he's had ample opportunity to vacate the WBC belt and he's failed to do so.
And then it begs the question, why is Tyson Fury retiring?
Well, I think I know the reason. He wants to use that. He wants to say he's retired twice and say that whatever his accomplishment is after so-called coming back after his second retirement is so-called, this being his second retirement, he wants to leverage that and say, okay, well, this is the first time that a heavyweight champion who's been retired twice has come back and done this, had two trilogies. Yeah, he wants a trilogy with Chisora, so he'd be the only heavyweight champion to have two trilogies, one with Wilder, the other one with Chisora. It's the first time that a heavyweight who's retired twice has done this, has done that. So he's trying to get some. He's trying to say that he's retired so he can get some leverage by being the first heavyweight champion who's retired twice to do this or do that. When in fact he's a heavyweight champion who's only defended his belt 2 times ever.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that maybe perhaps this retirement has something to do with the Kinahan situation. I mean, maybe he can't get a license. If you can't get a license, then that's a good reason to retire.
No, he's got a license. He fought to Dillian White with a license. He got a license.
Yeah, well, he fought Dillian White before the whole Kinahan situation unfolded to the degree that it has.
Was that before? Was that before?
I believe that was before, yes.
He's got a license. The UK has made no indication that he can't get a license. He's got a license. He can't. His only issues traveling to the USA. He can't go to the USA. Can't travel over there. They won't let him in. But he can fight in the UK all day. It's just the USA thing. He's posturing. The fake retirements. It's just posturing. Enables him to say, "Yeah, I've retired twice and I've done this, that, and the other." Probably detract from the fact that for a so-called best, he's only defended his title a measly 2-time. Which is very, very poor to say the least. You know what I mean? Very poor to say the least.
Well, he needs to fight the winner of Joshua Usyk. There's no question. That would be that way. The heavyweight division will have clarity. There'll be no question as to who's the top guy. I mean, in my mind, there's no question as to who the top guy is. But if you want to accomplish something, this having retired twice and having multiple trilogies, that doesn't mean anything. Mm-hmm. What means something in my mind is when you clean out the division.
Yeah.
And maybe perhaps if Tyson Fury were to beat the winner of Usyk Joshua, he could lay claim to having cleaned out the division.
Yeah.
At which point now you can retire.
Yes. Yes. If he beats the winner of Joshua Usyk, then yeah. I think he can get the hell on up out of there. Get the hell on up out of there.
At that point, there's nobody left to fight.
Well, there's still people there he could fight. I mean, but still, he's. I mean, having said that, we can see fighter A beat fighter C, but not necessarily beat fighter B. So if Joshua beats Usyk, then or if Usyk beats Joshua and then Fury beats the winner, who's to say that he's not guaranteed to beat the loser of that fight? So there's an argument to say that he should stick around and really clean out the division by really cleaning out the division. Because at the moment he's only fought like what two or three top 10 guys in the last 5 years, 2 or 3. He's fought maybe just 2, maybe just Wilder and White, maybe just 2 in the last 5 years. 2 consensus top 10 guys in the last 5 years. 2 Ring Magazine top 10 guys in the last 5 years. So if he beats another one, that's 3 in 6 years. So, there's an argument to say, you can stick around and beat another couple. So
but if Usyk beats Joshua, then in my mind, Joshua is no longer of any consequence.
Well, you could say that, but then he's still probably number 3 ranked in the Ring Magazine. He probably ranked 3 in the Ring Magazine, top 10. He's still high in the top 10. He's still the guy who's beat the most top 10 guys in the Ring Magazine, top 10 guys. So is he really of no consequence? I guess that boils down to the manner of the fight. If it goes to the wire, and it's a disputed points victory for Usyk, then I mean, can you really say that? There's variables. There's variables, is what I'm saying.
Okay, and I give you that. But if I don't think that Joshua is going to improve upon his performance from last time. I think what's going to happen this time is that Usyk is going to win, and it will be more one-sided this time.
More emphatically.
Right. And if that's the case, then the only fight that has any significance in the heavyweight division would be Fury Usyk. Mm. And if Fury were to beat Usyk, then the Joshua fight, the only thing that Tyson would gain from fighting Joshua under those circumstances would be a big fat paycheck because the fight would have no significance in my mind.
So that's if Joshua loses.
If Joshua loses in the manner that he lost last time or worse. Now, if it were a situation where Joshua lost a close fight and, the decision were disputed and, there's a sizable, crowd of people who thought that maybe perhaps the decision went the wrong way and maybe there'd be some merit to that argument, then, okay, that's a different story. That's a different story. But if it's a situation where it's, 8 rounds to 4, then, no. Then there'll be no need for Fury to fight Joshua if he were to fight Usyk and beat him. There'd just be no need.
And if Joshua beats Usyk?
If Joshua beats Usyk, then we need to see Fury Joshua. Just that simple. That's the fight that we would need to see.
Yeah, what kind of percentage splits we're looking at on that?
Honestly, I think it would have to be 50-50. Here's the reason why. 2 reasons. One is Joshua has nowhere else to go, in my mind.
Right.
Unless he wants to see Deontay Wilder, which I don't think he wants to see Deontay Wilder.
Okay.
If Deontay Wilder wins his next fight, then given, all right, let's just assume that Joshua beats Usyk Saturday.
Yeah.
And Wilder is victorious in October whenever he comes back. Then the only fight that would matter, is Joshua Fury. But if that fight couldn't get made, then the only other fight that Joshua could take that I think would have some meaning would be the fight that we've all wanted to see. And I think if a Fury fight couldn't be made, then it would be a reasonable fight to make. And I honestly don't believe Joshua wants to fight Wilder, especially if he can regain some of his old form.
Wilder?
Wilder, yeah. So, because, right now, Wilder's a question mark. We don't know what he has left. But if Wilder has 75-80% of what he had before Tyson Fury, then, he knocks out Anthony Joshua. No question.
Have you seen Wilder recently? Have you seen him lately?
I saw a picture of him in training. He looked to be in shape.
Where we at? Okay, let me share that. What the hell is that? YouTube creator. What's this? Super thanks. Okay. What the hell is that? I'll read that later. Are we sharing? Yeah, we're sharing. Let's blow this up a little bit for the people. So, well, he's looking hella thin to me. We don't really get the fullness of it, but he's looking hella thin. I mean, Badou Jack's got thicker legs than Wilder.
Well, Wilder's always had skinny legs, so I don't read much into that. When I look at Wilder, I look at a guy who hasn't blown up.
He did blow up though.
Well, not according to this picture, doesn't look like it to me. Now maybe
he shrunk back down. Oh, I see what you mean. He hasn't blown up in retirement or semi-retirement.
Exactly. Right. He hasn't blown up in weight.
Right.
He looks close to his fighting weight.
Right.
Yeah.
He looks like a cruiserweight.
He does. Right. Okay. So, now this doesn't tell us anything about what goes on in the ring. But I can reasonably assume that he's in some kind of shape. Good shape. Based on this photo evidence that I see right here.
Well,
he hasn't bulked up. He looks
he's a skinny guy. He's a skinny guy. It's a picture of a skinny guy. He's effectively a skinny guy. He's a wide, skinny guy. Yeah. But he's a skinny guy.
Have you ever seen Felix Trinidad lately? Trinidad, after he retired, Trinidad was always a skinny guy.
Yeah.
Right? Even at middleweight, he was a skinny guy. Right?
Yeah.
And I honestly think that Trinidad really had no business. It's a miracle that he was able to make those 20 defenses at 147 because he's not a welterweight. He's always been 54 pounder in my mind. But right after he retired, he blew up in weight. He got chubby in the whole 9 yards.
Oh.
But you don't see that here with Wilder.
That's genetics, though.
It very well could be.
That's genetics.
Very well could be. He might be blessed. I mean, if your argument is that Wilder is blessed with good genetics, I'm here to agree with you.
Well, I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying he's blessed with skinny jeans genetics.
Yeah.
Skinny jeans. He's got skinny jeans. You know what I'm saying? He's got skinny jeans. He's going to be skinny. I would imagine he's going to be skinny for the whole of his life. One of them guys.
Yeah.
Maybe get a pot belly when he's a bit older. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I think he's going to be skinny. He's a skinny guy. He's a skinny guy. But I don't think I think we ought to be careful about judging a man's fitness based on how he looks. You have to be careful. You have to be careful with that.
Well, listen, I'm not saying that.
I mean, take Tyson Fury, for example. Even when he goes into the ring, carrying an excess amount of blubber, he can still do 12 rounds comfortably. But yet, he looks like a bagger.
Yeah, well, might have something to do with whatever he's taking, but
maybe.
But I'll say this: look, this picture, what I'm seeing now, does not tell me that this is a guy who's out of shape. He could be, but to me, he looks like he's in some.
But it doesn't tell me. It doesn't
kind of reasonable shape.
It doesn't tell me that that's a guy who's in shape, though, in fighting shape.
Right now, yeah. Now the picture doesn't tell me that he's ready to go 12 hard rounds. Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
But he looks to me like he's ready to go into training camp, and it wouldn't be a fat camp.
It definitely wouldn't be a fat camp. Definitely not. Definitely not. He's a slender guy. Wilder in better shape when he's lighter. Well, yeah, the weight don't suit him. Getting heavy don't suit him. He's better off being light. We saw that out of the three fights he had with Fury, the best one was at his lightest. How about that?
Yeah, no question. It was the first fight. I think he was with 217, 219.
Yeah.
Right in there somewhere.
Yeah. That was his best fight when he was the lightest. You just can't put on weight. Oh, and this brings me on to the Usyk thing. But with the allegation being that he's put on a bulk of weight. When I'm telling you, and I'm telling everybody, that ain't true. That's a load of crapola, because we've seen what happens when people put on bulk. It oftentimes it don't work out favorably, especially in such a relatively short space of time. Wilder, I present you Deontay Wilder as Exhibit A. Deontay Wilder as Exhibit A, people. Come on, pick the bones out of that, people. It don't work out well. This story that Alexander Usyk has put on a bunch of weight. I say to you, the jury, it's a load of crapola.
I don't think that would be in Usyk's best interest.
Most certainly not.
Pack on a bunch of weight. Now, I've heard some talk about Joshua having slimmed down a bit. Any truth to that?
I have not heard that. I have not seen that. I have no supporting evidence. I have no supporting evidence for that. I have not even heard an inkling of that. So I'm not buying that. It might be a couple pounds trimmer. But I don't think that any problem that Joshua had was down to his weight. I think it was down to the strategy or lack thereof. I think it was down to the muddied waters of the corner, the conflicting voices of the corner. You're doing well, Joshua. No, it wasn't a clear message. You remember that tune by Queen? One soul, one heart, one vision. Um, Leaving sexuality out of it. The lead singer, I think that's a good thing. One vision. It's a good motto to have. It's a good thing to have in mind. One vision. You got to have one vision in the corner. I think, unfortunately, in the first fight, there were multiple visions. Double vision. Can we say double vision? Was there triple vision? Nah. You need one vision. Yeah, that's what you need. One vision going forward, going through. And I think that's what Joshua has now with Robert Garcia and Angel Fernandez. Usyk definitely looks bigger from the footage. I say, listen, what I say to you is this. Mark my words. Usyk's going to be roughly around the same size, give or take a couple pounds. This is, when you go to war, I'm saying this to everybody. When you go to war, an integral part of war is misinformation. Misinformation. We'll see how the Germans used misinformation. We've seen how, listen, it's not just the Germans. We can't put it down to just the Germans, but we'll just use them as an example. We'll see how the Germans used misinformation, as every nation does when they go to war, to mislead people, to trick, to bamboozle, and mystify. So forget about all of that. Forget about all of that. Forget about all of that. Mind games mean little. Mind games mean little. You can say that. We can also say mind games mean a lot. Yeah. So you can reverse that. You can flip that. You can reverse that. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We will see at the weigh-ins. And mark my words, don't expect any big fluctuations from either guy. That's what I'm saying. So what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Where's the poll? Uh-oh. And things have narrowed dramatically. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button. Things have narrowed dramatically. The margin has slimmed down dramatically. What are we saying? We're saying Broner's pulled out to the fight with Figueroa, claiming mental health issues. Fine, doctor.
Broner needs to retire. I mean, at this point, it's more, entertainment, the lead up to the fight, than, like the whole point of it is, all of the antics leading up to the fight is really what we tune in to see when Adrian Broner fights, because when he fights, he just gets in the ring, stands in front of his opponent, and refuses to throw punches. Mm-hmm. Right? Because there's no entertainment when we watch him fight. The entertainment factor is in the lead up. Okay, and it seems to me like this is his latest gimmick. Oh, let me claim mental illness and pull out of a fight.
Yeah.
Stupid. Dumb. Just retire already. Okay, and maybe perhaps you can start up your own reality TV show. Call it the Train Wreck.
Yeah.
Okay. The AB Train Wreck. I'm signing up to watch that. Okay. Where do I sign up?
Yeah, that'd be a good reality show. That'd be a good reality show because you never run out of material.
Of course. It's just, it's clown.
Yeah.
All right. Clown.
What does he say here? What does he say here? Man, I'm going through a lot at this moment in my life. but I ain't gonna give up. I set some more goals, and I ain't stopping until I finish what I started. I'm sorry to say this, but I'm not fighting August the 20th. OMG. OMG.
So this needs to be put in its, proper context. This needs to be unpacked. What this means is I had a bad training camp. I spent too much time clowning, doing the Adrian Broner, less time training, and now I'm not ready to fight. I probably can't even make weight.
Dang.
That's what this means.
Dang.
What this means is I'm now a full-time clown, not even part. Look, I've been part-time boxer for like the last, I don't know what. When was the Maidana fight? 10 years ago? I've been part-time boxer since the Maidana beatdown. Right? And now I'm just full-time clown. I'm not even part-time boxer anymore. Because you were part-time boxer, part-time clown. Now you're just full-time clown. That's what this means. Okay? That's exactly what this means. So fine. Be the full-time clown that you are and retire from boxing and let the sport go on. Because we could have been watching Omar Figueroa fight someone else tonight, Saturday.
Yeah.
Now we won't see any fight. Fight night is ruined because of you and your clownishness. So just be a full-time clown. Start your train wreck reality show, okay, and leave boxing alone.
Dang.
Your heart hasn't been in it for years, so just call it a day, dude. Call it a day.
Yeah.
Listen, you accomplished a lot in the sport. Okay, you win titles in 4 different weight classes. How many guys can say that?
That's true.
How many fighters? Ever since we got these junior divisions, how many fighters can say they actually won titles in 4 weight classes? There are not many guys who can say that.
That's true.
So you go down in the history books. Now, I'm not sure if you go down in the history books for being a clown or for being a 4-weight division champion, but you go down in history books.
Yeah.
So just hang it up, call it a day. Be done with it. You don't want to fight anymore. That's what you don't want to fight.
Yeah. It's tough. Clearly, you ain't ready.
So, look, I think Marvin Hagler, he said it best when he said something to the effect, it's hard to get up at 5 a.m. to go run 10 miles when you're wearing silk pajamas. And I would imagine.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Look,
the Raphie wears silk socks, but I ain't got no silk pajamas.
Look, listen, my pajamas are cotton and they have holes in them. And I would have a problem getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning to run 10 miles. Okay.
Woo. Oh dear. Who else was on the Lopez. Lopez beat Campa over the weekend, but he took some shots. I don't know about Lopez now, Mo. I don't know. Did you watch that fight? You didn't watch that fight?
Yeah, we need to see Lopez in there with somebody who's for real at 140 pounds. Okay. So, because it looked to me like them first 4 or 5 rounds, Campa was giving him some problems.
Yeah.
It seemed to me like the real issue for Campa was that he couldn't get out of the way of Lopez's punches. And he really couldn't offer up. He was offering up resistance, but he really wasn't hitting Lopez with any really solid hard punches. He would catch him with a good right hand every now and then, and he was touching him with some body shots. But he really, it was pressure, but it wasn't intelligent pressure.
Yeah.
And early in the fight, to me, it looked like Lopez had, for a hot second, it looked to me as if Lopez had bitten off more than he could chew.
Yeah.
Now that guy Kemper, if he were more defensively sound, and maybe if he were, perhaps in possession of a little bit better jab, he might have, who's to say would have happened.
Yeah.
But I don't read a whole lot into that fight. We need to see Lopez in the ring with somebody who is for real at 140 pounds before we can, make any before I will make any judgment.
For real. I think the Lopez he was doing so well. He was doing so well. Then he just fell off. I don't know, fell off mentally. His wife left him, took his newborn, but his wife left him and took his newborn son, his first child, before the Kambosos fight. I can imagine that would have played with his mind. But it didn't help that his father was supposed to be his trainer, was kind of some kind of cheerleader, turned into a cheerleader. He was a trainer. You needed to be focused. You needed to be diligent. You needed to be at your best. But that didn't happen.
No,
it didn't happen.
Yeah, I think he got too caught up in the business of boxing.
Yeah.
In the lead up to the when that was, that was just a train wreck.
Yeah.
The lead up to the campus fight or Kambosos fight. Just with the rescheduling and the pay-per-view and going from network to network, that was a distraction.
That was a big distraction,
to say the least.
That was a big distraction, and then Kambosos inherited his mentality. Gets beat by Kambosos, and it's like he robbed. Kambosos inherited that same mentality that Lopez had going into the Kambosos fight. The entitled mentality. Entitlement and look where that got him.
Yeah.
That got him beat. That got him touched up and beat up.
Yeah. See, these guys, they sometimes forget that they put their pants on one leg at a time, just like everyone else.
Yeah, they forget that. They think they're doing some damn Superman jump. Trust me, I tried it. It don't work.
No.
You'll end up with a tear in the crotch. I tried it. It don't work. Don't work. And since you're here, an American's perspective. Where is it? Stop sharing that. Start sharing. Where is it? There it is. There it is. There it is. An American's perspective on Eubank Ben.
Fight is a joke. You have a welterweight who's never done anything in the whole of his career fighting a middleweight who used to fight at 168, who's never done anything in the whole of his career. What does this fight prove?
Damn.
Who's the better of two never weres and probably never will be's?
Oh, Lord.
What is the point of this fight? I don't understand. Eubank is a middleweight.
Yeah.
Honestly, a 68-pounder. Okay. Yeah. Eubank is a 68-pounder. Yeah. Ben is a welterweight. Between the two of them, they fought and beat nobody.
Nobody.
So what the hell is the point of this fight? What?
Yeah.
Because y'all pops got it on? We supposed to care? What is that? That shit happened 30 years ago. What does that? What does that got to do with anything today?
30 years ago. Damn. Ancient times, ancient history. Ancient history. Aaron Daly comes in and makes the chat litty, lights it up, put some color in the chat. Salute to Raphie and legendary panelist, the Fight Doctor.
Shout out to Mr. Daly.
Shout out to Mr. Daly, indeed. It don't make sense. Well, it does make sense in one regard. It makes financial sense. It makes financial sense because, make no mistake about it, much like Amir Khan and Kell Brook and Amir Khan, even though the fight made no sense at the time when it happened, it made financial sense because at the 11th hour. Everybody was saying, me included, I'm not watching that. I'm not supporting that. Blah. Hey, you know what? We were there. We were there.
I can already hear the excuses. No matter who wins, the loser has a built-in excuse, and they will ride it until the wheels fall off. Okay, and we already know what those excuses are. If Ben wins or if Ben loses, then I'm a welterweight fighting a middleweight. And if Eubank loses, I was weight drained.
Yeah.
So, what is the point? Why? Listen, look, this isn't Marvin Hagler and Roberto Duran. Like that makes sense. If your name is Marvin Hagler and I'm a middleweight, and your name is Roberto Duran, who used to be a lightweight, who came up and won a title at welterweight, having beat arguably the greatest welterweight in history, okay, well then that makes sense. It makes sense for us to fight. Because I'm an all-time great, you're an all-time great. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Who the hell are you? Who the hell is Chris Eubank Jr.? Who the hell is Conor Ben? Who are you? Who the hell are you? And why the hell should we care?
Time.
This is two dudes who are riding off the coattails of their pops, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, I have said that this fight shouldn't happen. I thought there was just a lot of talk and it wasn't going to happen. But then come to find out it was made official. Who wins? Joshua 52%. What? So hold on. What the hell's going on? The poll reversed. The poll switched. They switched up on us. The majority of people in the poll had Anthony Joshua winning by 52%. OMG. Switched up on us.
Well, it seems that the Anthony Joshua cheerleading contingent is out in full force.
Wow. Well, I don't know. But switched up on us. That's interesting. That makes it very interesting indeed. And the next question, before we close the show, the next question, I don't need to write one word. Ben or Eubank, Eubank, Ben Eubank Jr. Let's put Jr. in there. Eubank Jr. Who wins? Ask the people. Let the people decide. Surprising poll result. Very interesting. TKO 22 up in the building. Robert O'Donoghue. Nigel Benn was WBC champ. Chris Eubank was WBO champ. It means a lot to British boxing fans. I can understand why nobody in America cares about it. However, it's going to be big. It's going to be a big seller. We're going to watch it. I disagree with it, but I understand that it's about the Benjamins. It's about the Benjamins, and you see there Chris Eubank Jr. With a lot of pockets. Different sizes, front and back. What is that? Louis Vuitton jacket with lots of pockets.
Lots of pockets to stuff all the money from the Brinks job that's about to happen.
He's got lots of pockets. He's got a jacket made out of a suitcase. How is it PPV? It's PPV because people are willing to pay. I'm not happy about it. You know that. I'm not happy about it. I keep on paying my DAZN subscription. You still got your DAZN subscription, Fight Doctor?
So yes and no. Mm-hmm. I have a cousin who actually subscribes to DAZN, and I use his credentials.
Oh.
But you know the yearly subscription fee is going up to $149 US.
Oh, okay.
So it was 100. Now they're tacking on. So 50% increase.
50% increase.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I'm considering what I'm going to do with my DAZN subscription. With every top card they do is a PPV, then what the hell am I doing paying a subscription?
Right. What's the point?
What's the point?
What's the point?
Why
if you're going to charge me pay-per-view to watch the fights that I ordinarily would want to see for free, or would want to see that my subscription would pay for it, and why have the subscription? I just buy the pay-per-view, or stream it like everyone else.
Or stream it like everybody else. Buy the damn subscription or stream it like everybody else. You know, I'm not very happy with all these the zone pay-per-views right about now. I'm not very happy. Not pay-per-view worthy. It's not pay-per-view worthy. Unfortunately, though, they can make pay-per-view money out of it, because I think it's captured. It will capture the public, the British public's, imagination. And as such, I think people. I'm not happy about it, though. I'm seriously considering. Listen. What's that guy? What's that guy who fought the other day? The guy who beat Isaac Chamberlain. The guy who beat Isaac Chamberlain. People write it in the chat. I can't remember the cat's name. The guy who beat Isaac Chamberlain. That's the basic fare. If that's the basic fare that we're getting from the subscription, the zone subscription, then to me it's not good enough. I'm sorry. To me, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. I mean, I could have quite happily not watched that card. I could have quite happily not watched that DAZN card and not felt like I'd missed out on anything. And if that's the standard of the fare, and then that's it. That's the bloody guy, Chris Smith. I'm sorry, but if that's the standard of the fare that they want to feed me, then I'm not paying $7.99 a month for that. Sorry, Chris Smith, but I'm not paying $7.99 a month for that. It ain't up to scratch. Raphie's not in the habit of just throwing away money like that.
And when it's time to renew, that $7.99 a month will be going up.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Raphie's gonna have to seriously consider, because every mickle makes a muckle right about now. You know what I mean? We're living in some financially trying times, and I can't just be tossing away £8 per month. You know,
listen, I question the timing of this increase on the part of DAZN, given the state of finance in Europe, and that the continental Europeans, at this particular point in time, due to the politics of the situation that's going on over there, are facing a financial crunch.
Yes.
I mean, so I just question the logic, and why now, of all time, would you want to go up on your price given the situation? The things over there that the Europeans are having to tighten their belts, because of this war.
Yeah.
Why would you want to go up on your price of all time?
The price went up a few months ago, but the price increase is in terms of the increased expenditures as a result of the PPVs, the introduction of the PPVs. Everything's a PPV. If any big names now, it's a PPV. You know what I mean? Canelo v. Golovkin now is a PPV. We never thought it'd be a PPV. We thought that would be in with the standard DAZN subscription. Now it's a PPV. Joshua v. Usyk. Well, that's not on DAZN in the UK. That's Sky. So that's a PPV. We expected that. Fine. But now, your Conor Benz versus your Eubanks PPV. Come on now. That's a bit much. That's a bit much. What's this here? Theo had a good fight. It was a good fight. I mean, he got touched a bit more than I expected him to. got touched more than I expected him to. I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to be a bit more elusive. You know what I'm saying? He's got to really brush up on his P's and Q's. He's got to brush up on his P's and Q's. I mean, energy bills are going up over here. They're saying that by the time, a few months' time, they'll have been doubled. You know, it'll have been doubled. And you look from 12 months till now. In a few months, it'll be doubled. I read that out. I read that article some months ago. I said, could this be true and possible? And sure enough, it's coming to pass. The Riddler, the funny bone tickler, sure. The American economy is in recession. I think a lot of economies are in recession.
That's the case around the world.
That's a lot of places, for sure. In the UK, for sure. They're going to have to price cap the zone. Hey, it should have been price capped a long time ago. I don't know about price capping it now because the price already too high. Any Ben Eubank bout now PPV going forward? Nope, absolutely not. Impossible. People ain't paying for Eubank, PPV for Eubank. And not many people paying PPV for Ben either. So I wholeheartedly disagree with you there, Leon Figures. Wholeheartedly disagree. That's a green suit. You'd rock that green suit with a kilt. What's going on? Funny but true, we're starting to feel the pinch now. Wait till winter kicks in. Well, huh? I mean, we're not really paying any fuel prices because we're in a heat wave. So, I mean, you'll be paying a price to get your boiler fixed when it comes to turn it on in the winter because it ain't been used for how long. But when we do start paying fuel bills again in the winter, good Lord. It's going to feel the pinch. People are going to feel the pinch. Energy bills might have to start fracking in my garden. Okay, I think we've done it. By Jove, I think we've done it. Energy price increase is unjustified. When you look at the profits being made, by these companies, then it's totally unjustified. They're not passing on the savings. Prices go up. The raw material price for the raw materials go up. They put the price up. But when the prices for the raw materials go down, they do not drop the prices. It's going to take some civil. It's going to take a little bit of civil. What do you call it? It's going to take some demonstrations from the people. People are going to have to speak on this. Island dressers, weddings and times of war. There you go. Suit was made from quality street rappers. OMG. And I look at the thumbnail, and we got Joshua Usyk. We got Teofimo Lopez Campos, and we got the Conor Ben versus what's that cat's name? Conor Eubank, Christopher Eubanks Jr. And you know what? I think we've done it. Is that moving? That moving picture? I didn't even realize that. Anyway, best stop before they try and rob the Raphie. Try to get a few shillings out of a few seconds of moving pictures. Okay, so it's going down. It's going down on the weekend. As a matter of fact, let me switch that up because we need to go back to the Anthony Joshua. Where's this? Okay, let me type it in. Anthony, you're gonna make me type the whole damn thing. There we go. Just 2 letters. That's not bad. Okay. So that's coming up on the weekend. The Fight Doctor, we've talked about it. The people have said, the bulk of the people, slim majority, easy to hate. Well, I don't understand the hate. I'm going to hate the dude. He ain't done me nothing wrong. He ain't done my family nothing wrong. So I'm not going to hate him. Poll results, yeah, we did them some time ago, my friend. Oh, we did a new poll. Oh, yeah. Thanks for reminding me. We had a new poll. who wins? How many people took part in that vote? Okay, 11 minutes ago, 11 votes. Let's get the results of that and highlight them. Okay, copy that and let's put that in the chat. There we go. Who wins? Eubank Jr. Where is it? Where's it disappeared to? Eubanks Jr. 72%. Connor Ben 27%. Yeah, and I feel that Eubank, I've said it before. I said it when they were talking about it. I said it's a silly idea. It's two different weight categories. We're looking at 20 pounds difference, but they've come to some kind of catch weight or something. Eubank Jr. said he hasn't been this weight since he was started his career or something, so he's already got a built-in excuse. Yeah, I was against it, but I said Eubank Jr. would be the victor, and looks like the people agree. Looks like most people agree. What do you mean? Friday, Saturday, is it not? What was the answer to the question? Oh, the answer to the question. Okay, we had a poll. Oh no, we had a question earlier on. Where is it? Where was it? Is it on Instagram? Oh yeah, it was my Instagram. And the question was, Sam said, if yesterday was tomorrow, today would be Friday. When did Sam speak? Is that showing? Oh, bring that down. Okay. So Sam said, if yesterday was tomorrow, today would be Friday. If yesterday was tomorrow, today would be Friday. When did Sam speak? If yesterday was tomorrow, today would be Friday. Yesterday was tomorrow. When did Sam speak? Have you got that, the Fire Doctor?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that. Okay, so if yesterday was tomorrow, today would be Friday.
Yeah. Come on, people, if you have not taken part in this, then now's your chance. Now's your chance.
So when did Sam speak? I would say any day of the week.
Well, no, he says he spoke on a specific. He said, "When did Sam speak? And when did Sam say that?"
It doesn't matter because if yesterday was tomorrow, today will be Friday.
Well, there you go. That's the answer. Friday. That's the answer, folks. That's the answer, folks. It's Friday. Okay. And so, Friday or now? Yeah, it's Friday. It's Friday. Okay. Fight Doctor, your final words, please. Thanks for coming on, sharing your time with the people. Thanks to Tone for putting some color in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Oh, so what happened there? What happened there? Let's bring it up. Bit of color in the chat. There you go. Much needed, much necessary. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, just end the thing earlier. But the Fight Doctor, your thoughts, your final words before the fight on Saturday.
If Joshua loses convincingly Saturday, then he should retire. I think at that point it's over.
It's over. Game over. Even though there's a potential matchup with Deontay Wilder.
Well, I mean, I've always maintained that Wilder knocks him out. Mm-hmm. So I don't think that Joshua's heart is in boxing. And
yeah, he's not the one who's been in the Peruvian mountains sipping on mind-altering substances.
Okay, so look, at the end of the day, sometimes you need a vacation, right? So whatever Deontay Wilder was doing in the Peruvian mountains or rainforest or wherever the hell he was, I look at it as just having been a vacation. Look, Sugar Ray Robinson retired and went to go into show business and tap dancing and all that kind of stuff, right? Because he needed a break.
Yeah.
So, Deontay Wilder, 3 grueling, tough fights with Tyson Fury. I don't think that, taking a break and smoking some weed is too much to ask for, given what he just been through.
Yeah, endured.
But one thing you can't question about Deontay Wilder is his heart and commitment to boxing. Now, he might be misguided, right? However, his commitment and heart, his head and heart are in the game of boxing, in the sport of boxing.
Let's not overlook the twerking, his twerkability.
Okay, well, I mean, listen, Sugar Ray Robinson, he tap danced. Deontay Wilder, he twerks. All right, so it's got nothing to do with boxing, okay? Got nothing to do with boxing.
Okay.
But, I just don't think that Joshua, I don't think that he's really, his head, his heart are really in the sport of boxing. I just don't think so. And if he doesn't win Saturday, then yeah, I mean, there's always the fight with Wilder, which even if he loses to Usyk, if Usyk goes in there and knocks him out in 2 rounds, then I don't think a Wilder fight materializes.
Yeah, Usyk don't knock nobody out in 2 rounds. We'll carry on.
Right. So if he loses like badly to Usyk, then I don't think the Wilder fight materializes. But maybe it would. I don't know. I mean, yeah, that could happen. But outside of fighting Deontay Wilder for an insane amount of money, if you can't beat Usyk, then what is there left for you to do? And like I said, the 12th round in their first fight tells me everything I need to know about Anthony Joshua's state of mind and state of being where boxing is concerned. And, he just, he's not there.
Well, I mean, counter argument to that is that he was told he was up, so he just had to cruise that last round. So, context is everything. But yes, the fight, Doctor, much appreciation for you passing through the Raphie Dawkins Combat Radio Nation.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me, and it was a pleasure as always.
As always, hopefully, if you're around on Saturday, make sure you drop in to celebrate or commiserate.
Yes, sir. So I'm actually hosting a family picnic Saturday, but I will try to stop in after the fight.
100%. That was the fight, Doctor. Okay, so we gave you overtime. We went way over. We may have given you too much. But, a little bit of generosity on the Raphie's part and on the fight Doctor's part won't hurt none. Won't hurt none at all. Okay, well, there we go. A little bit of appreciation. A little bit of appreciation is most definitely appreciated. I think who gave the first one? Aaron Daly. And now we got the tone. That's excellent. That's more respectable. That's more like it. You know what I'm saying? What can we say? I think it's all been said. I think the next stop will be, maybe we'll have a show on Wednesday, a non-boxing show. What was the last one called? A wrap up, tap up, and bap up, and dap up. Yeah, we'll probably have a non-boxing show on Wednesday. And then, of course, the big one on Saturday with Joshua Usyk. Yeah, it's going down, mate. It's going down. So don't forget, probably do something on Wednesday, non-boxing related. the wrap up, tap up, bap up. But in the meantime, it's Raphie Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. It's the like, it's the subscribe, it's the comments, it's the shares. And it is the hitting the bell icon to stay updated with news and notifications. And that's the tone, peace, Raph, and the fight doctor. Okay, it's Raphie Dawkins, Combat Radio, and we are out. Blessed.